Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin.
And I'm Sandra Priestley. Welcome to the podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
I am feeling so good. And I am following this new nutrition plan, which is really it's the way that you eat, right? And it's just no crap. This
Mm,
is really good whole foods
nice.
and not a ton of carbs, no gluten, no sort of inflammatory things.
Yeah.
Here's what's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on day 4 of phase 2. So 32, day 32.
Hmm.
And I've lost hot flashes, right?
Huge.
Yeah. Do you know how many women that I talk to that just whine and bitch about their fucking hot flashes? And like, I have so many women that send me memes. They're either sweary memes, which I laugh about, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, this, I thought of you. Or they're menopause joking memes about like walking, sweating, wearing your weighted vest. And like, I find it so crazy because all of these women that are sending me this stuff, I mean, it's funny as shit, but it doesn't have to be the way that things are. We can shift it. We think we are victim to our age, victim to our bodies, and we do not have to do that. We can shift it. And the hot flashes are gone. Day 32, actually, probably day 24, they were
Yeah.
gone. So we can whine about it or we can do something about it.
But what does society teach us? To
Oh, I
whine.
know. To whine. And then,
Our life is
how,
over. We're out of our prime, blah, blah. That's when
yeah.
our power starts. And I went to dinner with a group of girls that are older than me, but we're all kind of going through the same thing.
Yep.
And to listen to them talk about aging and I'm sitting there listening to him going, you'd think we were 80.
Right. I
Like,
know. I
come
know.
on,
I know.
come on.
And what's interesting is when you argue it,
You can't, because then
you
they dig
cannot
in. No,
take it
just sit there
in.
and smile.
Like, I mean, they're going to get out the torch and burn you at the stake for suggesting
Yeah.
that it could be the best time of your life, for suggesting that you can just change your freaking diet
Mhm.
and things can be easier. You can feel better. The inflammation comes out of your face and the rest of you.
Yeah.
And you have more energy. You're not waking up, having to put the fan on your face. And yet, I don't know, we won't be invited back for coffee.
There are some
Not as fun.
people that don't want to hear those kind. I mean, just like my girlfriend that called me telling me she was getting divorced and she did not like my response.
Oh, right.
I had a lady this week that came in and she was very focused on other people in her life. And she said, my husband is out of alignment quite a bit. And I
Aw.
need to know what I am doing or what I can do to help him get into alignment.
Uh-huh.
Loaded question, man.
Right. Right. So how did
Thankfully,
you answer?
I said, don't punch me.
Uh-huh.
Sit on your hands. No, I didn't. But I said, well, you want me to tell you the truth? She said, yeah, I've been looking for this answer for a long time. Said, okay. I said,
Oh,
you cannot be in alignment while noticing that he is not.
Mm.
And she just sat there like for a minute, almost like, ouch.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I see all these things that he's doing
Mm-hmm.
that's keeping him out of alignment. And I just want to fix it. Like, you can't fix it. She's
Mm-hmm.
a very, very religious woman. And I
Is
said,
he as well?
I
Is
think
he
he's trying to be.
okay?
This is a different way than he was raised. And I said, does God talk to you daily? And she said, yeah. And I said, do you believe that God guides you? It's absolutely, absolutely. I said, okay. So if God is talking to you, then God is also talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has the ability to know everything that he needs to do to get in alignment quicker and faster than you could ever try to get him there. So, what if you just leaned in and trusted God was going to handle your husband?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk more about that.
Right.
And
Right.
really, we do get bungeed up about people in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, the same connection that we have, they have. It might be called different things, it might look different, but it's the same source. And when we start trusting that they're on their path and they're learning what they need to learn to get to the next step and the next and the next, pressure's not on us. And it never was, by the way.
Right.
But when we live with them or they're our child, or it's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So I have a past client of mine. She's an alternative healer, and she is trained in 50 different disciplines. Now, I don't know. I mean, I always think, okay, like, how would you be expert in any if you're trained in 50, right?
Right.
But you go in and I mean, it's all energy work. So, but you go in and she just kind of chooses the modality. I didn't even ask her what she was doing. I didn't
Yeah.
care. Like, I went in and told her what my issue was. And it was on the full moon.
Mm.
And of course, this is moving stagnant energy through me,
Yeah.
stagnant thoughts through me, stagnant beliefs through me. What a better, freaking more powerful day than on the full moon. I
Yeah.
didn't even plan that out, but I couldn't have planned it for a better day. I laid on
It
the
was on
table.
purpose. You
It
just
was
didn't know.
totally, it was the universe, God
Yes.
led me there.
Yeah.
Um, and so I laid on the table and my issue was this feeling of resistance. And it was a relationship with one of my kids and watching them go off in a direction, which I just thought, oh, why would you do that? Right. Like it was the same thing
Yeah.
as a client. Um, and like the crazy thing is, I know it logically. Like my conscious mind goes, Sandra, like, no, just have faith, faith over fear. It's all going to work out. Give it to God and go to sleep. Everything is going to be fine.
Yeah.
But I was struggling with telling my body that. Like I could feel the resistance in my body, like the tightness in my solar plexus.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so I hopped on the table and I'm like, I need to release some shit because mentally I'm trying. My body is like, no fucking way, we're not doing this. So I need some work here. But it was so fascinating because as I laid there, she put her one hand underneath my lower back, other hand on top of my sacral. And she was just kind of gently moving it back and forth. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. She asked me a question, like, what would it be like to release this, to let this resistance go?
Mm.
My soul started crying. My eyes just were running like a marathon. There was tears in my ears, and my hair was sopping wet, and the bed was like the massage table was, and I couldn't
Oh,
stop.
yeah,
45 minutes. It's like, when you do yoga and you cry, I never really got that, but it's just moving energy, moving
that's it.
stagnant.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's not like a crying, it's just
I'm not sobbing.
leaking.
I'm not even making a noise, but my eyes are leaking like
Yes.
crazy. It feels it's my favorite. It is
Yes.
my favorite. And in that moment, like we were just having a conversation similar to what I just said of like, I know, like my brain knows that if I am choosing or I'm fearful of something, he's going to go there. And I had this vision of like a truck driving in mud.
Okay.
And I am literally driving this path that is like there's a highway, where it would be a lot fucking easier. But I am driving this path with my thoughts of like, this is where this path is going. This is what we're going to see soon. And so when he gets on that path, he has no ability to get off of it. He just keeps slipping back into the paths that my fear has created. All of a sudden, it was like this release I never anticipated. And it was just like, oh shit, I'm creating based on my own, arrogance. I know where this is going. I know what this path, and I was just making the path, like paving it.
Yeah.
There was no other possible way out, no other choice.
Yeah.
And then she said, what would it be like to release this? Where do you feel attached? And so I could feel it. And she said, okay, so how can you release it? More tears. Didn't want to release it, right? And it was just so fascinating to me how deep that was. And you can get there through meditation, you can get there through hypnosis, you can get there through like,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yoga or any sort of treatment. But wow, I just thought, oh,
Mhm.
I was paving a path that he couldn't get off of.
Yeah.
Just
And you were putting him in a box.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
will say, of a child that had parents that thought the worst about me,
Mm-hmm.
it is a hard, hard place to be because you feel, or this was
Yeah,
my experience,
yeah, yeah.
never enough,
Right.
not good enough. I'm not capable of making my own decisions, making good decisions. This is all I'll ever be. Oh no. It was
Right.
awful.
Yeah.
And when you're around them and they look at you with those eyes, those disapproving eyes, you
Mm.
feel all not a word being said, you feel
Yeah.
all of those things again.
Judgment. Yeah. It's funny though, because I feel as though I think that's the most common
Mhm.
fear is fear of not being enough. I think we all have. I don't know that I've ever met anyone that I have coached personally or that I am friends with, or maybe I just attract people that feel like they're not good enough. But I feel as though every single person that I've ever known has that fear or feeling that they're not good enough in some way. But it's interesting because that is the symptom with different varying degrees or different ways they got there.
Yeah.
Different life experiences, for whatever reason. But it's fascinating,
Mm-hmm.
fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
But what's also fascinating is that once I got off that table, it was like, I just breathed this deep, huge sigh of like, fuck, thank God. My body and my subconscious mind have caught up to my thoughts now.
So you
Because,
feel a difference?
oh, 1,000%, 1,000%. Because now, and here's the twisted part. Now I feel like I'm not judging myself because consciously I knew, don't go there, don't think this, don't say that, that isn't true. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Consciously, but consciously, that's only 3 to 5% of my day, my thoughts,
Yeah.
what I'm intaking. And so I was then going, okay, these are my thoughts. I know I shouldn't have them. And I was judging myself for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was making myself wrong for doing it. And I just couldn't quite get there no
Yeah.
matter what I did. So yeah, I feel like $1 million freaking dollars.
I guess so.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, no, release is always good. I know the night of the full moon, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, we got to go see the moon. And so we went outside and it was before Easton's bedtime. And so it wasn't quite over the house across the street. So I'm like, well, let's just walk around the block. So we did. We walked around the block and came back up, and then we could see it from the front yard. We took our shoes off and we laid in the
Nice.
grass under the moon and
Oh,
just let it all. It was so nice.
it was this huge, the biggest one, I believe, the hunter's moon. Was it beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Oh,
Absolutely beautiful. And there was some meteor shower last night. And we went
oh.
out about 8:15, but we couldn't see anything.
I forgot to look at the moon. I was just still basking in my post-treatment glow.
Oh,
But I forgot to look at the moon. But a couple of days prior, we had the most amazing northern lights here. And we see them a lot.
I've
But
never seen them.
oh, they're so cool. They're so cool. But what's cooler is that they're starting to be seen in the northern US. Like they'll come down. Yeah, like you can see them in New York State. Like, yeah, they're
Oh,
starting to come down lower. I don't know why, but I know. I
I'll have
always
to
tell my
Google
friend in
that.
I always tell my friend in New York, I'm like, well, not in New York City, but in New York State. You gotta look, see if you can see them. And every single time it's like cloudy or she's never been able to yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, they will show like a map of where they're supposed to be seen. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's super cool. I love
I'll have to
them.
put that on my list.
Yeah.
I've got a client in Boston that's been doing like she manifests shit, not shit, amazing stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like no one I have ever
I
seen.
think you talked about her before. You did
Yes,
her feng shuied her space in
I
Boston.
did. Yeah.
Yes. Hmm.
So she's got this new project, and I think we talked about it. This old church that she's converting into a center.
Yeah.
They've got like $17 million.
To convert this church.
They need 35 to fully do it. But yeah. So they're going to get like 2 million right now. And then in 2 years, they'll get 15 million plus everything that they already have in the bank. Like it is. And the woman was walking by the church and saw it and saw that it was up for demolition. And she said, absolutely not. And she's not a religious woman. It's not like I have to save a church. It was like,
Yeah,
this is a beautiful historic building.
right.
Absolutely not. And
Wow.
it was a dream. And she just went to the city council and started doing this stuff. And I mean, looking at, I'm just like, I don't even know what to do with you. Like,
I know. It's so amazing to me where I will work with clients and I just think, oh my gosh, like, okay, let's go. And then all of a sudden, they are doing things I'm like, you just did what? How did you know how to do that? Where did
she
you go to do that? How
she
did you figure
knows.
this out?
She
It's
opened up her mouth.
so, it's so wild.
But as we're talking today, and she's like, the 2 million is all we need for phase one. Like, that's it. That is more than we will need. And then once we get phase one done, then we'll start moving into phase two. And that's when that money will come into play, the 15 million. And I'm like, okay, so when is the phase one piece going to be done?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, if we fast track it a year, but maybe 18 months. And I'm going to say 18 months, 2 years, because if you don't know. But I don't know. The way this woman manifests, it could be a year. But I said, I guess Paul and I are coming to Boston for the opening night. Like, and she said, uh-huh. So already today, I've sort of been daydreaming about just taking a trip and going to Boston and staying downtown Boston for a night or two and going to see all of the stuff and experience that with Paul and then going into Lowell where this center is and like moving hotels to get
Right.
closer to that for the big grand opening night and experiencing that and seeing the people and feeling what that building feels like. I
Wow.
mean, because I know it's got energy in it because it told her, hey, save me.
Right?
And
Cool.
I know, but too, it's amazing to watch people manifest in that way.
I love coaching but I love business coaching
Yeah.
because it feels like I get to experience different businesses. Like it feels like I've got different businesses, right? Like, and I like the ADHD in me just likes the diversity. Like it's so much fun.
Yeah.
All of us, I get to look at all these cookies before they go on her social media and stuff. We were talking about where she wanted to go because she's kind of tapped out with what she can do and she doesn't really want to handle like hire people. And so we were talking about like scaling. How
Mhm.
can we scale this? And so we were coming up with all of these options. But what was super cool, she started with me very first day. We had this like hour and a half long, a little bit longer session. And I'm like, I want you to just think anything is possible. Anything is possible. And we're
Yeah.
not going to rule anything out because we get into our minds of, well, these are all of the people that make cookies that is near me, right? As in my area. This is what they charge. This is what they do. And you don't do that.
Right.
You infuse with energy. You're a Reiki master. You're a crystal healer. And you bring your flower from Vancouver because it's the most organic. Stone mill, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the flour that they use in Italy, you know? You can eat pasta and not gain
Yeah.
weight.
Right.
And so your cookies are special. So let's open up the doors and see what's possible here. And there are clients that I work with that go, oh, that feels great. Okay. And then they pull back. But she didn't. And those clients that just like, whoa, I can open the doors. Okay, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
It is wild to watch how fast she is manifesting now, how many options are coming to her. And it's just like one after the other, after the other.
But she's
Investors.
trainable,
Oh, totally. Uh-huh.
coachable.
Yes.
And
And
when you have someone, and this is the kind of person we all should want to be.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know how to do this. Tell me, and I will do the steps.
yeah, yeah.
Teach me. And
Exactly.
that's how we learn, and that's how we grow, and that's how things explode.
Right.
Amazing, amazing to watch.
Yes. And just so much fun to be a part of. Like, I mean,
Yes.
literally investors coming out of the woodwork, offering. Like, it's just like we're having better conversations. She's having better conversations, bigger dreams. And now everything is starting to just fall into place for her
Mm.
in such a like wild way, even to the point of she has an idea for this brick and mortar that she's focused on.
Oh,
She has an investor now. I mean, like she went from how can I get more cookies out to, oh, wait, this is bigger than some iced sugar cookies, right? And so she has this beautiful idea came to her in this dream, I think, or vision anyway, of what she wants this place to look like. And it was a specific decor that she had never seen before. All of a sudden, she goes into a store, all of this perfect decor, down to like macaroons, like designed decorations of macaroons
oh, wow.
in the perfect color palette. Everything was perfectly aligned to the vision that she had
Yeah.
for her store. I know. And it's just like, man, what if we just all went, whoa, okay, let's open the doors and see what's possible.
Anything.
Anything. Right. I know. But it's the same with your
Oh,
client in Boston.
say,
Like, it's the same with your client in
oh,
Boston.
100%.
Right. And I think, was it her who she lost her job or the business closed or something? Was it the same one? I could be wrong.
Mm-mm.
Person.
No, no, no.
But,
She opened up. She's a builder.
oh, right.
So she
Yes.
opened up a co-working space.
Nice. Yes.
And then she's bored out of her mind.
Right.
And she's like,
Yeah.
I feel like I need to do, I'm ready to build something else. And then she's walking down the street and she sees this church and goes, oh, and then tells me, I
Yeah.
think I want to restore this church. I think I'm going to need about $34 million. But I mean, if everyone would pitch in $10, we'd be there in no time.
Right.
And she
Not
made it that simple.
entirely, not entirely what the majority of people would say. I think the majority of people, like she's less than 1% that would
Oh,
go, oh,
just
if everyone
34
did
million.
$10, I mean, 34 million is easy to conjure up.
Yeah.
Oh,
But with
cool.
that, I think we're out of time.
We are. Oh my goodness. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Sandra. And thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next Thursday on the Happy Half Hour. Bye.
Bye.